if finance is selling tokens, we need to get the fuck out of the market. If you man are saying the top's not in, bro, when would you say the top's in?
People keep thinking meme coins can't drop lower. They can drop lower.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
Started with 3K last cycle, which I rode to 500K and round shipped back to 120K. It was in hindsight a great performance, but after taxes, I was left with 80K. And frankly, felt sick to my stomach that if I had been less greedy, I could have cashed out truly life-changing money. I survived the bear and fully stacked into BTC, Sol, ETH in October 2023. Gambled on memes and hit big in a couple. Farmed the right airdrops and received decent allocations. It's been an awfully painful cycle to ride with the PTSD, seeing my bags drop almost 80% last cycle in a matter of days. But overall, up 10x. Yesterday, I cashed out 80% of my holdings, called a real estate agent to put in a bid for my wife's dream home. Today, we're told our bid was accepted. Let's fucking go.
Winning. It sounds like my man's winning. I mean, that was a lot of words for saying I did well. Listen, they did some thumbs, but I did well. My man should have started with bought my dream home from crypto, had a few ups and downs, but yeah, sick. Congratulations to you and your wife. Taxes are no joke. Texas taxes on crypto. Trust me. That's why we're moving to Dubai.
There you go.
Say no more. I mean, you can't say it's only negative when it comes to crypto, because you just seen a confession where someone, round trip their bag. First of all, great performance from 3K to 500K, and then we cashed out 120K. That's great returns, fam. That's almost 10. That's almost like that's 40 extra 10. I mean,
you don't include the taxes, but yeah.
No, but this is before taxes. Or it's everything before tax. So I mean, altogether. So I obviously did well, and I think one thing that's very important here is, and there's a lot of traders that want to get rich fast, coming to meme coins, trying to do the perp thing, going too aggressive, over trading. This guy did it the old school way. You know what I mean? Just buying spot. I mean, maybe he did dabble in some high risk asset curve, but he did well in my opinion. I think him basically learn how to control his greed, because that's the most important thing here. He controlled his greed. He didn't let it get to, oh yeah, it's gotta hit a mill. He didn't have that crazy target. He just knew, I have a goal. I'm trying to change my wife's life. I'm changing my family's life, and he did it. So shout out to you, man. Honestly, man, congratulations. And like Rick said, this is a lot of words for I did really, really well, but I'm very impressed by the returns, and it just goes to show that anything is possible in crypto space. You can fuck it up, you can also make it big. So yeah, shout out to my man.
Yeah, I think he's done well. A lot of people, when they retraced from a larger amount to 120 from 500K, would have probably said, nah, I need that 500 back. And they would have really done damage to themselves and to their portfolio, and they would have messed it up. And, it would have been a totally different confession. But the fact that he managed to stay level-headed, and then in the end, take out 8% of his holdings, so, buy his house or whatever, you got to commend it. The only thing I would say is 80% is a large amount of his finances, and it's going into a family house and not an investment property. So it is a bit of a sunken cost. So it depends on what his lifestyle is like outside of that. But if he's got the skills, he can take that 20% and run it up potentially, and keep going.
I think that's the kind of the plan. I think that's the plan, and then he's probably still got a day job, so this is just like gravy on top, So
exactly. Nice. Well done, and let's move on to the next one.
Nice.
Crypto has destroyed everything. My wife's trust.
0 to 100 real quick.
My kids' college tuition. It's all gone.
Oh, God.
House payments are 3 months behind, and I'm staring at a stack of worthless tokens like they go to magically fix this. I don't sleep anymore. I don't even know if I can buy the next coin. Every day I hope for something, anything, a bailout, a pump, a miracle from Trump. To my mind sounds like a rapper, you know, to save me from the hell I created. Without it, I'll lose everything.
Bro, that is not even funny, bro. Like, my man sounds like he's at the edge of liar. And college tuition,
That's crazy.
3 months behind on mortgage.
Oof.
Fuck that. This guy is going through it, bro.
Bro, next step is divorce, bro. That's bro.
Bro, that's the lighter step, bro.
Exactly.
There's a worse step, bro.
It could be a bullet to the brain.
Literally.
God. Yeah, bro.
My only advice for this Don is, yeah, honestly, bro, you just have to stop. Your worthless meme coin tokens, you probably, even if it's $1,000 you can get back from it, I reckon you just sell it now and call it a day, bro, because leaving it inside that meme coin or those meme coins, you're not going to get that pump you want, man. I'm sorry, but the miracle is not going to happen. Donald Pump is not going to make the market go crazy and give you 100x return on your shitcoin bag. And even if it did, you'd still be a degen gambler. So I just reckon you just need to let it go, bro. Do you know what? I reckon there should start being like, you know, there's Alcoholics Anonymous and Gamblers Anonymous. I reckon, bro, we need meme coins anonymous, bro, because
That's what
it's actually ruining people's lives, bro. Meme coins are bullshit, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think the first thing that I realized that when this compression started is the fact that he said meme coins has ruined everything, or sorry, crypto has ruined everything. And I think that is probably the essence of this piece, because you're just blaming it on crypto. You're the one that's trading it. You're the one that can't stop. You're the one that can't figure out how to make money from this market. You're the one that probably over trading. You're probably the one that doesn't have any strategy. You're probably the only one that watches video and then trades meme coins. Like, this is all on you, my guy. All on you. You dug yourself in this this mess. You gotta dig yourself out. All this, my wife trusts, kids tuition. Like, what you like? You shouldn't have known that it had to stop when you had to use a child's tuition fund to gamble, bro. Because essentially that's what you're doing. You're gambling, fam. You're not trading. And then how do I know you're gambling? We're talking about meme coins. You watch something on TikTok or is there X is this, and someone showed you this new shining token that's gonna do better than Trump. Boy, man, just I'm speechless, fam, because this is the complete opposite to what we just had in the previous confession. Now this guy comes and ruins the whole thing. This is just pathetic, in my opinion. Man. Like, I know you guys think he's on the edge. Yes, he's on the edge, but he put himself there. That's the problem. He literally put himself there.
Facts.
And then now you just need to stop. Just stop, bro. Just stop. Like, crypto's obviously not for you. You probably don't know what you're doing. It's not for the game, fam. You're not. Let it go. Someone will say, just let it go.
Yeah. I think this is just a skill issue. Like, you can blame me wine. Same open loans.
Zero skill. That's literally what it is.
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a skill issue because, like, you don't have a plan. Like, and what I can tell as well is you don't learn, you know, any lessons. You lost X amount of money, and then you go back in, and then you do the same thing, and then you do the same thing, and you know, there's a million and one ways to lose money, and you've seen like you've found all of them. So, it's just like, if you knew the edge you have, you'd lean into that, and then you'd refine it, and then you do better and better. I've lost money in meme coins. I'm sure we all have. But then there's a point at which I was like, okay, I make money when I do this. Let me delve further into it. Let me do more research. Let me look at this. Okay, cool. Maybe I'm better with high volume trades. Maybe I'm better scalping. Maybe I'm better, you know, finding it early and doing this. Maybe I'm better at larger cap meme coins. Like, there's different ways of skinning a cat, but it seems like your cat just got shot 9 times. And, you know, it's no longer alive. And for you, normally I would see a light at the end of the tunnel and say, you know what, maybe you can refine this and change this. But I think this is one of the few cases where you're totally and utterly hopeless. And, I think you just need to pack it in, get a job, try and
100%.
salvage what's left of your kids,
100%.
so they don't, flunk out of school. And,
Fuck.
I would say fair luck next time, but I'd be lying. But anyway, welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. I'm your host, Harris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Ricardo and Deji. But before we delve into this week's episode, we have a sponsor, ourselves. Join our Discord, which you will see in link below, and it is currently free for the first 50 people. So if you join, we have a wealth of different things that we discuss regularly, including different trades. I know Deji is very hot on the perp trades. I'm very much with the sort of fundamental investments as well as volume trades on meme coins. Rick does a bit of everything as well. So join us. We've got a great community there, and we want to invite the Crypto Flip crew to the Crypto Flip Club, and we will see you there. And yeah, let's make some more money. So speaking of making money, Binance sells 8 billion worth of crypto. In December, Binance listed billions of dollars in excess of proof of reserves, and it seems as though they've sold 8 billion worth of their reserves, and it listed about 14 billion. So I want to know from you guys, is this a big concern? Are they suppressing the market? What's their strategy? And why do you think they've done this, especially now?
Top signal.
You think so? Okay.
Top signal number 15,834.
Okay.
So they sold 8 billion over the course of like 6 weeks or something, like over the last month. But normally I wouldn't. So there's reasons for concern and there's reasons for not. The reasons for not being concerned is that they still have at least 100% of the funds that's locked in, like depositor funds. They're not dipping into that, which is ideal. For some of them, they have like a percentage over, i.e., I think for like FUSD or USDT, they have like 12% over, and they've maintained that 12%. I think it was 18%, and then it dropped down 12%. The reason why I think this is mad is because it's Coinbase that's buying the tokens that they're dumping. Because Coinbase's reserves are super low, bro. Like, as of December, Coinbase had something like 30,000 BTC on its entire books. Like, they only held 30,000 BTC, and it's because people buy coins on Coinbase and then they will transfer it out into their hard wallet or into different exchanges so that they can trade super shit risky meme coins. I don't know. But yeah, for me, it's top signal, because for Binance to sell 8 billion, bro, $8 billion worth, like, what the fuck are they paying for? Like, and I get it. Like, they're a business, they need to maintain cash, they need to stay afloat. But it just feels like that's a lot. And when you couple the fact that they're sold 8 billion, we spoke last week about how the Ethereum Foundation is selling, how Solana is selling, how Pump.Fund is selling. Bro, every one of the big major companies or ecosystems are offloading tokens, bro. And it's because token price is in, like, we look at it now, we think, oh no, things can be higher, but the crypto market's mad healthy right now, bro. $3.2 trillion. So yeah, I don't know if these companies are saying we need money as a company to see through the next bear market. Are they calling the top of the bull market already? Yeah, it's a bit mad to figure out, but I just think generally, if finance is selling tokens, we need to get the fuck out of the market.
Yeah. Listen, I play this game. I actually totally disagree. I think only in this sense, right? So Binance, they pleaded guilty to the issue with that they had with CZ, and one of the fines they had to pay was a 4.3 billion fine that has to be paid by March. So I think that has a lot to do with it, in my opinion. But when you couple the fact that they are scheduled to sell close to 8 billion, I would like to see the metrics on these. And with Pump.Fund that's still constantly dumping Solana, like, it does feel like, I know what you mean, like the market feels compressed to do something. And I keep saying the next decision is basically around the corner. Like we're already halfway through Feb, and the price action hasn't been great. And people keep thinking meme coins can't drop lower. They can drop lower. Same with these altcoins as well, because BTC is literally at decision time whether it keeps its left translated it's got price formation going, or we lose all structure and we go down. So I think if this is true, if they are like selling because they're hedging against the market or whatever, then it's bad for the market. But I think a lot of this sell-off by Binance is due to the fact that they have to pay this fine by March. And you never know what the market will take a turn.
But 8 billion though.
Yeah, you have to pay this fine, obviously, but
That's double the fine cost.
yeah, it's a little bit more than half. But at the same time,
The rest is operations.
yeah, easily could be. But 4 billion, to be honest, like let's think about it. Like we're arguing about billions. Obviously, billions are a large amount of wealth. But what's a billion in $2 trillion market cap? Like, I mean, I think where I will start to get worried is if Tether starts printing and BlackRock is having more ETC, and it's got the ETF outflows increasing every single month, not positive. Then I think we'll truly, like, it looks like we are in the top signal for now. Well, that's what it feels like, though, in my opinion. It does feel like all these things feels toppish, but I just feel like there's room for a bit more gains before we capitulate down to kind of downside. Because obviously, QT, we're still in QT. There's no QE yet. QE is not scheduled to start until probably late June. So, like, I feel you, Rick. Like, it does feel all these things. Ever since Trump launched that meme coin, it's been gearing towards that. Like, there's more and more top signal coming out. And if what Rick is saying that the reserve is not as great or strong as they should be, and they're selling double the amount of expenses that they need to be selling for, then it is a cause for concern. Well, I just want to put more information.
I hear you. I'm gonna let Harris go and ask you man a question.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think it is a cause for concern, but it's not the first time that we've seen institutions convert large amounts of crypto into fiat. So, am I concerned? Not really, because you've had like the FTX thing where they converted XYZ amount of money, and you've had a lot of different narratives where it's like, oh no, this huge event is going to convert X amount of crypto into fiat, and it never really has the impact that you think is going to have, especially at this point in the market cycle. Like before, okay, fair enough, but now not really. So am I concerned? No, not for the amount, but I am using it as a data point in terms of where we are in the stage of the cycle, just to be cautious and not to get caught hot in the back.
Yeah. No, that's a great response. Yeah, Rick, what are you gonna ask? I don't want pressure.
So if you man are saying the top's not in, bro, when would you say the top's in, bro? Like,
Bro,
what is your signal? And we spoke about it last week, but I don't know, man. Like, what is the signal for you, man, to say, do you know what? I'm out of this market, bro. Like, I'm completely jumping into stables. Stables.
Like, thing is, is you're absolutely right. Like, the thing is, I've already said it. The way I look at the market is this: we can either have a left translated market or a right translated one, which means we peak. If it's a left translated market, that means we're peaking around March, April. That's the top, or local top for now, and then we'll probably never reach it again. Or we have a right translated market where, like, essentially we're peaking around December time, like we always do. So towards like early Jan of 2026, we are probably going to go into a sell-off because inflation is probably higher than this year. So the way I see is that in terms of the bull market progression, it's probably like, I would say it's 75% easily. Anyone that tells you there's tons of tons of gains that needs to be made in this market, I'll be concerned, fam. The only gains that's left is mostly if we do get altcoin season, it's going to be in altcoins, and that goes by very fast. Altcoin season doesn't last for years. Altcoins are oscillators of Bitcoin at best. they never really outperform Bitcoin. They go to about 50% of the performance of Bitcoin is done, and then they come crashing back down, as you can see in this constant seller. So the top is almost in, but I just feel like from all the research I've been seeing kind of points to a little bit more gain, because we've had a negative January, we're gonna have a negative February. One of these months, March, we'll see a 20-30% pump on Bitcoin, and that's probably will be push us to the close to the local top.
Yeah, I think I somewhat agree with what Deji's saying. I think there's basically two scenarios that can play out, and I'll explain why I don't think we're in the top yet. But there's two scenarios which I think can play out. I think we can either have a local top now or around this sort of time, and then later on down the month, later on down the year, we have our actual top, or we can potentially have a top where we have a large blow off top event, and then it just sort of goes down from there. But the last thing I said was normally based on previous market cycles, and obviously this market cycle has been a bit different. So I don't know that we are for sure going to have that blow off top as we have had in the previous 3 or so cycles. So it's hard to really say with confidence, but like I converted my crypto into stables after last week's pod, and
100%.
yes, except for like I've got my trading portfolio is still in Sol, and I'm still doing trades, and that's doing well. So I'm mainly just trading at the moment, and mainly trading sort of high volume meme coins, and that's working out well for me. And the volumes are still pretty decent, so there's no slot there. But obviously, when you talk about large caps and whatnot, it could still be a bit of a different scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest though, I feel like this move I'm expecting from Bitcoin is probably only slightly delayed because of all this meme coin crap. But I'll get into my rant about meme coin shortly. But I just want to say, like we have two options. We either peak now or we peak later on in Q4. So one of the two is gonna happen, and I think it's a situation where we'll find out very soon in the coming weeks, because without QE, I feel like we're gonna struggle to get altcoin season. And if altcoins keeps lagging and BTC keeps dropping, it's not good for altcoin seasons.
I hear you. Okay. So you're more geared toward the bull case than the bear case.
I'm more geared towards the bull case only because there's more gains to be made in this market. And I mean, and I'm telling you, we'll be so far up. We'll be in a far better situation if we didn't misallocate capitals to meme coins, and we were trading just Bitcoin and regular altcoins that actually have utility. But yeah, I'll leave that for later.
So speaking of meme coins, countries are now launching meme coins. The Central African Republic officially launched a meme coin last week, which ran up to $600 million and is rode back down to about 35 million the last time I checked. But yeah, it was crazy. They put out a tweet, I believe the president of that country, I think it was Pump Fund, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course it was.
And yeah, they launched their own meme coin, saying that this is experimental. We believe in crypto, yada yada yada. And then the meme coin market was on fire. And then there was a bunch of other tweets from a bunch of other African countries doing the same. Some of them are rugs, and some of them just played out the way they played out. But it really inspired a new meta, and that is a very toppy signal when we have other presidents. Obviously we've got the Trump coin, but that hasn't gone to zero. Obviously it's lost a lot of value, but it hasn't gone to zero. Some of the other ones literally pumped and dumped the same night. So yeah, it's a very toppy signal when you see presidents of countries putting out links to pump funds and stuff like that. So yeah, what would you make of that?
I mean, I didn't even know about this, Harris. Honestly, this is news for me. I mean, I heard there was going to be new presidents like doing it, but I didn't know where they started. And surprise, surprise, it's the African presidents.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Surprise, surprise. What do you mean surprise? What I mean by that is these motherfuckers already embezzling their own countries, and they're now trying to cast a wider net globally. Because as long as you have an internet, you have some sort of like mobile device, you can connect and get involved in this trades. All you need is Solana, isn't it? So
Yeah, of course.
I'm disappointed. And again, like if Rick was here, he would say another top signal, because this does still feels topish, like you said it yourself. And I'm not surprised why you might not convert into stables, but this is bad. Like this, you can't tell me this is good. The only reason why probably the market is not reacting so much to this is that there's already other things going on with the tariffs, with the, you know what I mean, with the oversaturation of AI players, and then you have, you know what I mean, Fed, I mean, still kind of in that QT mode, is still in quantitative tightening, and we don't know when they will start decreasing rates again. You know what I mean? And I think traders are just kind of de-risking their portfolio. And I mean, I know the CPI came in a bit hot yesterday. Inflation is kind of ticked above 3%, just around 3.1, 3.2. And that caused some concern, even though it did pump a little bit after that. But I think it's right back to that level again. We lost that weekly open was around 96.5. We lost it again. We're trading just below it. And part of my head is screaming, these are all top signals. It's time to get out. Because by the same time, I also know it's incredibly hard to kind of catch a falling knife trying to time these trades. When you do make a decision to kind of cash out like that, I mean, there's no guarantee you're going to get the best price possible. You know what I mean? What you're doing is making sure you're protecting your capital. And I understand why you guys did it. You have to protect capital. By the end of the day, when you see things like this, you guys are totally justified. Because why are countries launching meme coins? And obviously I know why. They can profit off it, even though there's a high demand for physical cash these days. Gold is at all-time high. I personally believe Bitcoin all-time high is also in the horizon, purely because I know gold is still pumping. And as soon as the more liquidity starts flowing back, inflation tapers a little bit, we'll get that move in Bitcoin. But does that move come later on this year, or does it come in the next 2 to 6 weeks? If it doesn't come in the next 2 to 6 weeks, then what that means is we've basically lost the 90K support, the 89, 90K support. We're going back down to basically 80K. That's what that means if you don't get that rise in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So the next week is critical, and obviously this week's already pretty much done. But I'm eager to see what happens next, because the more and more misallocation of capital going towards meme coins, the bigger my concern grow for this space. Because compared to the other cycles, this cycle's been the weirdest, because we now went from being excited about innovation in crypto space, you know what I mean, the multi-chains, the metaverse, the gaming, you know what I mean, the AI has actually come a long way, but that's due to external factors, which you understand, you know, the rapid development of LLMs, you know what I mean, China and the US, OpenAI, DeepSeek, all those things has kind of catapulted the AI race in crypto. But every other sector in crypto suffered. You know what I mean? Developers are basically not incentivized to build anymore. If someone can just come into the space and quickly launch a meme coin, like literally, you can launch a meme coin in 5 minutes and make the same amount of money I made in a year in one little move. Like, why should you work hard to code something up? I'm not trying to say people are still not building. People are still building, but we've lost a lot of developer in this space. And I mean, I know obviously the economy is not the greatest, but we need to keep building. That's what, like, bro, we went from waiting for...
So what do you think? What do you think the devs are doing now? Do you think they're going to like Web 2, or do you think they're just Logic?
Bro, they're playing the game. Most of them are playing the game. They're not writing code. What they're doing is going on pop front and launching their own meme funds. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. And that is taking away the attention from real project in this space that should be innovating. The proper project that are actually doing things that are actually meant to be. Because at the end of the day, bro, like we went from basically being all about tech. I don't know, obviously, I think at the end of the day, we all want to make money. That's just the essence of this. But earlier on, when I started crypto, I was wondering how far we could go. I didn't think we'd get to this ETF so quickly, but I was wondering from a technological standpoint how far we go. I was really excited about the whole multi-chain architecture because what I'm seeing now is so many different chains are popping up. This chain, that chain, that chain. We need a way for us to be able to traverse chain at hyperspeed. You know what I mean? We need like an internet or like an operating systems to kind of interact with all of these different chains. We're so fragmented, we're so decentralized, but at the user level, we should be decentralized at the protocol level. We're not at the user utility level because we need to be able to, it's like, bro, it's like having a database or having a great chain, but no one interacts with it. But it's fast, it's secure, it's decentralized, got all the best things. But now, fast forward to 2 cycles later, from even the ICO era to now, bro, we're now stuck with basically hoping and begging for retail to come in. And when the retail comes, the first thing they do, they go buy meme coins, they get a rug done, and then they leave right after because they're like, nothing's changed. So I'm really, really concerned about this space. The way I'm talking, it's like I'm writing an obituary for the meme coins, but I'm not though. I'm not because it's what I've observed. It's what other people have observed. I mean, the only thing that's surviving right now is meme coin and Bitcoin dominance. That's literally what's going on. I mean, meme coin dominance has gone from probably 0.3%, 0.5% to probably 20% now. Literally. And now, obviously, it's had a massive pullback recently, but as all-time high, I would like to check the meme coin dominance chart. It was probably dominating, and I just don't know how wise that is. And then now you're telling me countries are doing the same thing. They're launching meme coins. Like,
Well, you said you
It's
don't know what it
confirmed.
is. If Murad was sitting here right now, it'd say because altcoins are meme coins effectively, a lot of vaporware. But with meme coins, they have like real communities, and if you
I'm not doubting the community, but if Murad was here, I will ask him explain to me the others chart against BTC and tell me exactly why the chart looks like it's basically, bro, it's terrible, bro. Literally, it's like an all-time low. Like meme coins on altcoins keep bleeding into Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And I don't know why. You know what I mean? If this meme coins were, because if Murad is here today, I'll ask him, do you really still believe in the meme coin super cycle? Because I don't. Like, we all know he had an agenda coming out and saying this because it was to pump his own bags. And I'm telling you, even though his wallet is ducks, he's smart enough to know to have backup wallets. Everyone has backup wallets. So, like I'm really concerned about this space.
but he hasn't sold the penny though.
No, yeah, on a Dux wallet, but you don't know. Come on. His backup wallet's probably been selling nicely, fam. You'll be a fool not to sell that. Because, bro, same like you're a meme coin trader. You do well on meme coins. You don't hold, you know what I mean? The first rule of meme coin is you're meant to trade meme coins, not hold meme coins. And a lot of this retail are taking the whole of, bro, retail will come in every time Bitcoin do an all-time high, before Binance dumps or before Pump the Fund dumps from Solana. And then they will literally go straight to, what can I buy? I can't buy Bitcoin. I can't buy Ethereum. What should I buy? I'll buy SOL and I invest in Bitcoin. And do that, they get wrong. Like, you know what? Nothing's changed. I'm leaving again. So I'm concerned retail's not coming. And I'm also concerned because every time they come, we dump on them. They realize the space still isn't fixed. They believe in long term, but right now they're just going to stay out because they haven't made no money. Why am I going to keep doing the same over and over again? That's stressful and there's no returns. So it's like, they have no sense to stay. So I think all the capital that should have gone to the proper asset tree, which is to go to Bitcoin, then the blue chip L1s, then the L2s, then the rest of all the altcoins, it's basically gone to Bitcoin, then meme coins, then back to Bitcoin. And it's not trickling down. And until the money printers come on, aka QE, meme coins are going to continue bleeding.
Yeah.
Including altcoins. And that's the concern why in the next couple of weeks where we'll likely line up for a short squeeze because everyone is really kind of like saying it's going down. Whenever everyone's thinking there's something, that's when it usually does the opposite. But it doesn't mean that we're back on a bull market structure. We need to I need to really take a look at the price action and see where we're going. If we fail this next attempt to go up again, then it's definitely a short squeeze, and we're gonna go right back down eventually after the pump is done. So yeah, those are the things I'm looking out for. And then yeah, I just have to rant about that because that's crazy, man. It's not good. It's not good for the space. Because I've not been great for the space, and I'll keep saying that until the bear market comes.
I don't really have an issue with meme coins inherently. I don't think they are necessarily the problem. I just think it's the ease of how they've been created is what, and which goes back to what we were saying last time with the Brum Pud.
Bro, that's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. I have no issue with the asset class. Bro. Like, it's just speculative way to invest in a culture. I understand that. Like you said, the whole country meta now, yes, that's all fun. But the fact that the entry to barriers has been so lowered that anyone can do this is what's killing the market. Yeah. And I don't want to pull all on pumped up front because they did create the platform. They get the majority of the blame. But at the same time, we need to question ourselves as users, as true crypto people. Is this what we want to be doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I think in the short term, that is what they're gonna be doing.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, if you rebel and then you decide, no, I'm just gonna stick to my thing, you're gonna be missing out on money. We did that when the Pump Fund was going on. I saw it early. Like, I think the first few weeks, I saw people doing it. So leave that alone, man. Whatever, man. Let me just stick to my alts and my whatever. You know, my high conviction fundamental trades. And I'm seeing people catching 10x's, 100x's, this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, And then there comes a point where it's like, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Or you're just basically sidelined in a sense.
No,
it's just
so bro, I'll say this, right? Is you'll be a fool to turn out free money. Point I'm trying to make is, in terms of my long-term portfolio, I wouldn't include a single meme coin. But to day trade or to intraday trade, 100%. Meme coins are at this stage of, bro, there was a report that launched. I don't know if I can get this number quickly. There's been over 1.1 million meme coins launched since the inception of Pump the Fund. That number is actually a little low. I thought it would be a little higher, but I'm not surprised. I actually felt like that number came a little bit low, maybe a little bit. They're not probably accounting for the rugs because there was a shit ton of rugs. They probably can't true tokens that graduated to radium,
but it's in the millions regardless.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And before that, I think it was only in the thousands. So I think that's an exponential increase in, tokens, which means increase in dilution, which means
exactly
that money isn't trickling down to the other project.
Bro, it's not. Which, and then that's why your altcoins are my altcoins. Thank God I don't have, because the reason why, even though I'm renting like this, you think my altcoins back portfolio are down. Yeah, they are down. The majority of my altcoins are basically Solana, a few shitcoin, meme coins on ETH, and yeah, that's pretty much my entire altcoin portfolio. It's not that massive. I'm since the beginning of the bear market, I've been Bitcoin heavy, and I'm still Bitcoin heavy. You know what I mean? And that will change sooner rather than later because, I just don't know if we're gonna get this altcoin season. And when we do, I don't think it's tomorrow. I don't think it's next month.
I agree. And with that being said, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.